Good afternoon. This is Media Center Ukraine Odessa, and we continue for today. On the 13th of March 2023, a petition appeared on the website of the President of Ukraine calling for cadets of higher military educational institutions to be equated with contract service soldiers. Now we are having with us online the author of the petition, Yuriy Milan, Havrylyshyn, officer of the 3rd Independent Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Good afternoon. Can you please share the details about the need to change the legal status of cadets of higher military educational institutions during the Russian-Ukrainian war? I think that we should start with how the idea of that petition occurred. This was related to the fact that additional bonus of 30,000 hryvnias was removed from the salary of cadets. And they decided to create a petition asking the President of Ukraine to return that additional bonus. And we discussed that topic actually with higher ranks. And after that discussions, we understood that we should not just call for returning that additional bonus, but we should call for the changes in the legal status of cadets. And this is how we understood that we should change the attitude to cadets in the society and also the educational process. So we now call in our petition to equate cadets with the contract service soldiers, because now cadets are equated with the conscripts. And that's why they receive the salary as conscripts and also face with a prejudiced attitude as any other conscript during his or her service in the armed forces of Ukraine. Thank you. Why should cadets be equated with contract servicemen? There are several categories of cadets in the higher military educations. These are civilian cadets who enroll the higher institutions right after the school, after passing the exams needed. These are also conscripts that can enroll into the higher institution, and their contract service soldiers who can have the salary of their unit. And this salary is paid while they're studying at their institution. So on one hand, this is unfair because some cadets can get 800 hryvnias and others 7,000 or 10,000 hryvnias. So we can see the significant disbalance in the team, and we should do something about that. And if the cadets are equated to contract service soldiers, they receive some additional rights and additional liabilities. And it is also important that this has an impact on the conditions that can lead to important changes in the future. And this will allow to have better quality selection among cadets for future officers. What are the consequences of such changes in legislation? Such consequences will include the allocation of funds that are important for monetary support of cadets. Of course, this is not now the biggest motivations, but still it is an important element. Graduated cadets equated to the contract service soldiers will have more opportunities to become officers, and we will have the responsible and well-motivated cadets after graduating from the higher military institutions. Such people can learn to organize different projects. They will have the needed experience for the military unit. And with these skills, they will become really professional commanders because they will have the proper background, and they will be able to they will know about hostilities not only through the books, but they will have the artistic approach to organizing such combat activities. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. Do we have any questions? Just a moment, please. Good afternoon. I have the following question to you. The petition was published on the 13th of March this year. And if I'm not mistaken, not so many people have signed it. But we have a lot of high military institutions, Odessa Military Academy, Kharkiv Air Force Institute, the Bodyguard Service Academy in Khmelnytsky. So why it is so difficult to have the proper number of people signed the petition? What is the reason? How do you think? Cadets at first did not believe that the petition could change anything. And actually cadets, most cadets, they do not believe in the possibility of any changes in the system of military education. Since 1991, we've had quite a stable old education system that has not been changed much over this period. And the cadets every year face the same. They can only change something at their level during the period of their studies. There is no possibility to have strategic changes, but no one have tried to do this. They don't actually, we don't have articles that envisage such possibilities. Our military institutions were supposed to transfer to the NATO system and to approximate to NATO standards. But unfortunately, this is not our reality. That's why it is difficult to have any changes. And generally, cadets do not believe in this possibility. We have three categories of cadets. First category, these are quite active people. They are maximalists. And these people, they really want to change something. The second group is oppositioners. This group is not that big, but we can see them that they are not that active in Telegram channels that are dedicated to the petition. But actually, they have their narrative that they used to study for around 200 hryvnias. Why can't you do the same now? And this is not okay, because these cadets should be elite. They should not be perceived as conscripts. And we have this third category that have not decided upon their involvement in the process, and they decide what category or what group to join. If the first group is active enough, they readily join the first group. But this is very important to understand. Even if the petition does not have enough signatures, it is our victory anyway, because now we have brought the issue of the problems in the military education to the level of the whole state, to the level of the society. So now people have started discussing it, and this means that the society will see the real image and will see the challenges of our system that it has faced since 1991. Do we have any other questions? No? Then I would like to thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your time. That was Yuriy Milan, Havrylyshyn, officer of the 3rd Independent Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. This is our last briefing for today. See you on Thursday.